Washington. Outgoing President Biden used a resentful farewell address Wednesday night to warn against what he called a tech-industrial complex, claiming that an oligarchy is taking shape in America in a clear swipe at Elon Musk and other business titans scrambling to court President-elect Donald Trump. Biden, 82, sniped at some of the same tech moguls, such as Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg and Amazon's Jeff Bezos, who were seen as helping the Democrat defeat Trump in 2020 through censorship of unfavourable coverage. In my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. And that's a dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people, and the dangerous consequences if their abuse of power is left unchecked, Biden said. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America, of extreme wealth, power and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy, our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for everyone to get ahead. Disgraced and pardoned first son, Hunter Biden was seated just steps away from his father as the outgoing president called on Americans to respect the courts and pay their fair share of taxes. To me, family is everything, Biden said near the end of his farewell speech. Biden did not name names, but made the targets of his wrath clear through pointed comments elsewhere in his remarks. In his farewell address, President Eisenhower spoke of the dangers of the military-industrial complex. He warned us then about the potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power, Biden said 6 decades later. I'm equally concerned about the potential rise of a tech-industrial complex that could pose real dangers for our country as well, the president went on. Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation and disinformation, enabling the abuse of power. The free press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing. Social media is giving up on fact-checking. The truth is smothered by lies told for power and for profit. We must hold the social platforms accountable to protect our children, our families, and our very democracy from the abuse of power. The giving up on fact-checking line was a clear shot at Zuckerberg, who recently announced that his landmark social network was transitioning away from fact-checks by third parties to an X-style community notes system in a perceived overture to Trump. Biden railed against misinformation, despite regularly telling false or unverifiable stories of his own, including twice in the past week, providing what local Los Angeles utilities say was a false explanation for dry water hydrants in an attempt to deflect blame from local Democratic officials. Meta's recently abandoned system allowed junior writers at partnering organizations to issue opinionated fact checks that downgraded political speech on Facebook and Instagram based on disputed analysis, sometimes censoring true information that reflected poorly on Biden, such as criticism of his contribution to the mass incarceration of black men through harsh crime laws in the 1980s and 90s. The new system allows for community voting on fact checks that are appended to disputed posts, a mechanism pioneered by Musk's X platform, formerly known as Twitter. The South Africa-born billionaire purchased X in October 2022 in protest of prior acts of censorship, including Twitter and Facebook's pre-2020 election banning of the Post's reporting on accurate information from first son Hunter Biden's laptop that implicated his father in Chinese and Ukrainian business relationships.